International Harvester Collectors Club, and I'm also a member of this chapter. And I'd like to introduce the people standing next to me is our national president, Bob Buxton, from Missouri Chapter 1, the superintendent of the McCormick Farm, and a member of the faculty at Virginia Tech, Superintendent Dave Fisk, and the guy down at the end I think you all know and love is President of Chapter 41, is Tinker Moats. The reason we're here this afternoon is to make a presentation to the McCormick Farm, and it's going to take twofold here. First of all is Dave has just sort of learned about us this year and has become a real enthusiastic supporter of the club. And one of the things that we wanted to do was to make him and the McCormick Farm members of our organization. Second, in discussions with the farm folks, we've learned of a number of things that need doing in terms of deferred maintenance, because sometimes tech just doesn't have the money to get the things done that we think should be done to preserve some of the farmstead. In particular, there is a cabinet case full of very intricate reaper models sitting in the blacksmith shop on the McCormick Farm that is in desperate need of new cabinetry. In discussions with Dave Fisk, he identified that as an immediate need, and that is something that the International Harvester Collectors Trust and a number of chapters have stepped up and responded to this need. And I think I'd like to turn the mic over to National President Bob Buxton, and I think we're going to take care of this need right now.
Thank you. It's a pleasure and honor to be here. And I want to really thank Tinker for the work. He's got this thing started, I don't know, last fall or something. He sends me an email and says, can we get these guys a membership down here at the McCormick Farm? Well, we got that plus some more, I think, going. And this really fits, I think, with the mission of what our organization is. Part of our mission statement is to preserve the history of International Harvester Corporation and its products. In the last 3 or 4 years, we're really involved into that. We've got a trust going now. We got the Harvester Heritage organization going, and that's got a website. If you haven't been there, harvesterheritage.org. We're collecting oral histories of people that's had associations with IH and the trust. And it's interesting as this evolved, and we had our big show last week in Iowa, Des Moines, Iowa, and talking with the membership from across the country. This is really excited, this project up here really excited the folks. And to sum it up, they consider this, and I think my opinion and their opinion, this is the national treasure we got here that should be taken care of and be available for the people. And and what I've told people that this is what made American agriculture what it is today. It's what started right there at Cyrus McCormick started. And I like to think more so than the other colors, but I think they really enables the American farmer to be what they are today in American agriculture. So it's a great honor for me to be here. And we've got a little check here. I guess we're ready for the presentation. And we identified a need for the cabinets down there for those models that are over 100 years old. And the case is over 100 years old. Models are older than that. That goes a lot further back than that. And in need of getting a new case, and so they have access and better properly take care of them. So on behalf of the International Harvester Collectors Club and the International Harvester Trust, I'm proud to present this check for the $10,904 for new cabinets to be made down there. And hopefully this will be the first step of developing a relationship with the McCormick Farm, and maybe we can have some other things as we go on. I know Chapter 1 it's got some ideas, and I've talked to Tinker, and we're all in support of what Tinker 41's doing, and we look for 41 to kind of be the lead in this stuff and be liaison since they're neighbors right down here. So again, Dave, congratulations and thank you. Our pleasure.
We were simply amazed by the amount of support from the membership that was brought to our attention here at Red Collar Roundup at Des Moines. It's not only the International Harvester Collectors Charitable Trust that's got money behind this, although that's what's on the check. But I'd like to recognize, first of all, Pride of Place, Virginia 41 for its donation, Chapter 42, North Carolina for its donation, Chapter 23, Alabama for its donation, Chapter 17, Pennsylvania for its donation, Chapter 1, Missouri for its donation, Chapter 9, Tennessee for its challenge grant and donation, and Chapter 39, Maryland for its sizable donation. all of these chapters have stepped up along with individual contributions in the last 2 weeks to fully fund the trust contribution to this effort here. And frankly, we are simply amazed at the level of support that just came to us. And we look for this to continue in the future. I think Tinker has a word or two that he might have here.
Let me say one thing. This International Harvester Trust that we have created is a 501c3 foundation. So it's it's tax deductible for any donations over $250, and it will accept donations from individuals or chapters or anybody else that wants to make a donation. So I think this has been a big positive step. It's going to enable us to do some of these things. So now I'll turn to Tinker.
Well, like you said, it started with honorary membership. I know at the winter convention there had to be bylaws changed.
Not really. Board action. Board action.
Okay, board action. Well, there was stuff changed to make it work, and we're pleased to give McCormick Farm the first honorary membership of the International Harvester Collectors Club and Chapter 41. We present this to the McCormick Farm. The farm is the birthplace of Cyrus McCormick and where the first reaper was invented, which eventually led to the start of the International Harvester Company and helped to make the United States agriculture greatest in the world. January the 24th, 2017. Thank you, Dave.
In talks with Dave, we've identified several needs that look like they're going to be upcoming as the year goes on. There's a number of pieces of equipment down at the McCormick Farm that are in desperate need of restoration. It's later this year as several of the club's restoration experts will be coming east to inventory the equipment that is at the farm, and it is very possible that we may be able to work out a memorandum of understanding with the Virginia Tech Foundation, where some of this equipment will be loaned to us for the purposes of restoration and also display at other locations besides the farm. In addition, Dave has graciously consented to identify some priority needs at the farm where the club and the trust can assist or needs assistance, and where the club can be able to step up and try and help make this a world-class historical exhibit. We're on the way here, but I think the level of support that we're seeing is going to really help make this something that is going to be a top flight attraction in Virginia. And maybe Dave, if you've got a word or two.
I just want to thank you guys. You have to understand our facility is funded by the state, and you just don't often get people come and bring you money like this to do something. I mean, it just doesn't happen. So I want to thank Dick and Tinker especially for initiating all of this and coming forward to allow me to identify the needs that we have. And I look forward to a long and prosperous relationship. I think we've got a lot of history there that needs to be preserved, and it's a good story. And I appreciate all of your efforts. Thank you very much.
Well, I'd like to thank you all for coming out this afternoon and joining us at this start of, I think, a long-standing relationship.